So, divestment, what is it? It's really a strategy, well, in its simplest form, it's about asking institutions to move their investments in fossil fuel companies away from fossil fuel companies and into alternatives, or ideally businesses that are a part of the kind of green energy revolution that we need. I think it works as a mechanism to try and fight climate change by being a kind of backdrop to all the policy solutions we need to move towards the green energy drive that we need, the clean energy drive that we need. So obviously we need things like policy changes like a fair price, an honest price for carbon. We need a ban on new fossil fuel infrastructure. We need all sorts of things like that. But one of the things that's preventing them is the concentration of economic and political power in the hands of the fossil fuel industry. So divestment is a way of asking institutions publicly to say, what you're doing isn't okay, we're going to take your money away, and in doing so they stigmatise the industry in a way. It's an industry whose business plan depends on burning 5 times more fossil fuels than can safely be burned if we're to try and stay below 2 degrees global warming. Not only are they planning to do that, they're also planning to, well, they also continue to explore unconventional fossil fuel extraction, which is ever more environmentally and socially destructive, tar sands, Arctic drilling, fracking, and they lobby governments mercilessly to be allowed to continue to do what they're doing with impunity. That's why we want to target the fossil fuel industry. There's research done by Oxford University that suggests a divestment campaign, which is based on the same strategy that helped bring about an end of the apartheid regime in South Africa in the 1980s. So there's evidence that a divestment campaign can be successful, which makes it really exciting. Why was divestment attractive to me as a strategy? I think because I think there's a really strong moral case for divestment. There's a strong economic case as well. There's evidence of a carbon bubble and stranded assets. So not only can we tell institutions that what the fossil fuel industry is doing is morally wrong, we can also present a strong economic case. It's looking like a bit of a no-brainer, really. And it's attractive to me because I'm a mum of 2 small children. I absolutely take my hat off to people who climb gas station chimneys and camp out there and risk arrest and all those sorts of things. My family responsibilities at the moment are such that doesn't feel like a terribly attractive option to me because I've got my kids to look after. So divestment just really appealed to me as a way of kind of being part of this big global movement, because divestment isn't just what we're doing here in Oxford. It's a really rapidly spreading global campaign that's targeting universities, cities, local authorities, religious institutions. All sorts of organisations are getting on board with the divestment campaign, and that's another reason that it really appealed to me, because I can be part of something that's much bigger and more powerful than what we're doing here in Oxford. Our particular campaign, Fossil Free Oxfordshire divestment campaign, is targeting Oxford City Council and Oxfordshire County Council, who have, the County Council manages a massive pension fund for all the local authority employees in Oxfordshire. It has over £42 million directly invested in fossil fuel companies, which is a lot of money. But it's only 2.8% of their overall pension fund, so we think it's, as a first kind of ask, then it's something quite reasonable to ask them to do without jeopardising anybody's pension. So really divestment's something that anybody who's affiliated with any sort of organisation. I'm not a member of a university, I'm not a student or staff at a university, I'm not a member of a church group, but I am a citizen of Oxford, and as such I feel I have, I should have a voice with the local authority. But anybody who is involved in another institution like that can easily use the resources provided by 350.org, People and Planet support at higher education, all educational establishments to carry out divestment campaigns. 350.org has recently employed somebody wonderful called Danielle, who can support anybody who wants to start a divestment campaign. And it's really a case of building, engaging with the institutions themselves, finding out a little bit about them, where the levers of power are, what money they have invested, doing a bit of homework on the institution itself, and also trying to build a groundswell of support amongst the community, whether it's religious, academic, educational, or the community of citizens, trying to get lots of people on board. There's a really good online petition tool that you can use, and yeah, it's been amazing in Oxford because there are so many people who are prepared to get engaged. We've got a fantastic team of people working on this who are good at all sorts of different things, and yeah, anyone can do it.